Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Wijnaldum card to review today, which is a card a lot of people actually wanted because of his rare gold being pretty decent to use in the beginning of the year. We're taking a look at a card that has plus 2s and 3s for stat differences, but also take into consideration the fact that it is a road to the final card. So if Liverpool were to progress into the competition, the card obviously gets improved, right? So we're taking a look at a card that is 5'9", high work rates, right-footed, 4-star skills with a 4-star weak foot. Now, because of how this card's base characteristics are, he actually can play both the CDM position and the center mid position really well. Reason being for this is because of the dribbling stats that he has, right? So because his dribbling stats are pretty solid to have in the center mid position, he's actually really nice to use there because of the high work rates and 95 stamina. He's a card that has 79 acceleration with 78 sprint speed, so 89, 88 is going to be great to have for the pace. Shooting on the card has 82 attacking position, 78 finishing with 81 shot power at 88 composure. So, you know, if you do find yourself in a situation where you could potentially shoot the ball with his left or right foot, he'll be pretty decent at doing it, considering he is a midfielder. For passing stats, on the card, very good for base card stats. Don't have to improve that area at all, to be fair, as a midfielder especially. With dribbling on the card, he's got 86 agility with 90 balance, 88 reactions, 90 ball control, 87 dribbling with 88 composure, which, again, for a midfielder is very good. Maybe as this card gets improved, like if he gets to like an 85 sprint speed and acceleration, maybe you can give him an engine to make him even better dribbling wise, but I don't even think that would make more sense. I think it still makes sense to give him like an anchor if that's the case, but there's a lot of potential with a card like this road to the final wise, right? Defensive stats, again, for a midfielder, for base card stats, is really good. Because with this card, you have to remember that you get a plus 15 for the sliding tackles. And look at the rest of his defensive stats for a player playing through the midfield with the dribbling stats that he has, right? And then, last but not least, we have 95 stamina, which is awesome to have in the center mid or CDM position. And he's got 76 strength with 77 aggression. So with this card, because he's a high work rate player, if you use him in a 4-2-3-1 on stay back while attacking cover center, he'll follow those instructions well and defend well. If you use him on balance instructions on cover center, he will attack from time to time, especially with the attacking positioning that he has, depending on the attackers around your general area as well. And then, you know, if you want to use him as a center mid on a fast build-up instruction, you would be looking at a pretty decent card too. So that's how we're going to be using him. We're going to be trying him out in the 3-5-2 as the left center defensive mid. And we're going to have the instruction of balance for him, just on cover center, with Naby Keita being on cut pass lane, stay back while attacking cover center, with Fabinho playing as one of the center backs. So we're going to try it out that way on the balance attacking tactics and defensive tactics. And then we're going to be using the 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 like this, with him playing over here in the CDM position. Actually, no, not the 4-2-3-1. We're going to use him in the 4-3-3 because I want to see what he's like playing center mid, which, to be honest, he'll play it well because that card before played it really well too. We're going to have him in the left center mid position. Yeah. Instructions will just be man mark, stay back while attacking cover center, stay back while attacking for the fullbacks, and then cut pass lanes, get in behind for the wingers, with the tactics on press on possession loss. And then this will be on fast build-up to see what he's like attacking-wise and also defensive-wise too. Cool, so we'll have the attacking and the ultra-attacking. So we'll switch the ultra-attacking first and see how he plays there in that CDM role, playing on the balance instruction. Oh, this guy actually did the Navas card, actually. That's pretty cool. You know, Navas is a cool card to link up with as well. You can actually switch him to the right side and get like Koundé's card on that left side if he did the gameplay objective. Okay, guys, let's try out the 3-5-2 first, and we'll mostly play regular FIFA, I think, to be honest. You can actually see in that situation that Naby Keita is the one that was attacking quite drastically, but Wijnaldum was the one that stayed back while attacking. Now look at where he's positioned in that center back area while Naby Keita was doing that. Very good defensive-oriented card to use in that CDM area because of stuff like that. His base characteristic did that as well on his rare gold card. It's those really good box-to-box players, right? Especially if you have like a medium-high next to him, it's pretty nice to have. Let's try his dribbling. Nice little pass across. Yep. It's not super agile, obviously, but still really, really good for a midfielder. This game is something, eh, boys? Now, the one thing you're going to have to take into consideration with this Gini Wijnaldum card is that he's not going to dribble as well as someone like Naby Keita, because Naby Keita is short with a lean body type, so it's never going to feel as agile as that, obviously, but still pretty decent for a midfielder. Nice little weak foot pass right there, playing that left center defensive mid role. Yeah, moves really well into empty space to open up that attacking area for me. Oh, I thought this guy was going to make the run right here. Ooh, finesse shot angle there with Jota. Nicely done. Good little goal there. So normally with players like Gini Wijnaldum playing through your midfield, guys, if he's a high work rated player, you're actually limiting him from not allowing him to be that type of person that is a person that pushes up the pitch on the balance instructions, right? So that's why it's very important to allow him to do that, because if you do want to go for a more defensive route, it makes more sense to just give the medium-high work rates for both of the CDMs, right? So the thing about Gini Wijnaldum's card is that you could definitely use him in the CDM position, but it's definitely not his best position. Center mid definitely makes the most sense for a card like this. However, you have to understand that his body type will influence his dribbling from time to time, even if he's playing through that center mid role. But like I said, guys, if you want to have him on stay back while attacking cover, center cut, passing lanes, he will be a more aggressive-oriented player because of the high work rates. He's not going to be as defensive-oriented as you'd like him to be, but that's the kind of balance you work for when you have players that play in the CDM position like this. Let's switch to the 4-3-3 for a little bit. I may switch back to the 3-5-2, but I just want to see how the card moves in this 4-3-3. First time strike with Alexander. Yeah, unfortunately he's missing the shooting stats to be consistent there.
Untidy on the ball.
Definitely very aggressive right there in that center mid role. Very noticeable. I do have fast build-up for this team. I actually might switch it to just balanced. Almost feels like it's not making complete sense to do. Imagine I actually made that pass. So that right there was the off-the-ball movement thing that I use. It's the pass and you just like flick the right stick right away. We almost scored that opportunity there with him. The thing about Gini Wijnaldum's card, so a lot of people actually really like using this card, right? Because of that defensive presence that he has. My biggest problem with using Gini in my main teams whenever I tried him out was always the body type with dribbling. And for some reason, it just bothers me a lot personally, right? Like, I prefer a player like Naby Keita because of his lean body type and dribbling. And you guys know what I call them. I call them gameplay compensators because that's what they do, right? Oh, man, it's that dribbling. He gave me a penalty, apparently. I don't know. Let me see the challenge here. What are we looking at? I guess it's because they don't fall. I don't know. I don't know if they're ever going to fix it, to be honest with you guys. Let's try that left side here. There we go. So weird. There you go. Defensive presence there, Gini Wijnaldum. There we go. Yeah, you have to compensate for the dribbling a little bit in that midfield position, but that's what makes it work. It's the body type, man, for sure. There we go, a little build-up play. Work that space here. I just had to get that small little flick right there to get past the goalkeeper. I knew if I shot that right away, it wasn't going to work out. Some people don't like it that I do the one-game reviews, but I mean, cards don't ever feel different for me when I use them for more than one game. I'm being completely honest with you guys. But I will use them for one more game. I'm going to use them in a 4-2-3-1 this time, as a left center defensive mid on balance instructions. Okay, guys, so we're going to line up like this, right? So he's going to play as a CDM. Instruction of balanced. This guy will be on stay back while attacking. Cut pass lane, stay back. Boom. These guys on come back. And we're good to go. Let's try them out. Nice goal right there. Gini Wijnaldum with the pass. We scored the opportunity. High work rates. He just has to be a player on balance instructions, man. See? It's that CDM role that most people use him into block situations like that. Had a feeling he was going to go for his left foot there with Alessandrini. Should have just used the goalkeeper there.
Wijnaldum. And slipped through beautifully. He's got to get to that cross. Can he make it count?
You see how in that situation I actually forced it on Gini Wijnaldum because I saw the space that I could have worked with on the side. Could have potentially scored that opportunity like that. But he has this very weird feel to him because of his body type, for sure. And people just do these flick-ups because they're so dumb. What a ball that was from Mohamed Salah. Wow, that was beautiful. His dribbling is just so strange, man. Base characteristics are really easy to see, man. I'm not really sure why people get so upset at me doing one-game reviews. Because I'll be honest with you guys, man, it really doesn't take more than one game for me, man. The first half, even, I'm, like, good, you know? Even just the first half. He's probably going to still block this, yeah, even though he's not playing. Let me see if I can just run into this space here. Heel to heel. Oh, there you go. He just wants to leave now, so... Alright guys, so final verdict on the Gini Wijnaldum card. So in my opinion, Shadow Chemistry Style obviously makes the most sense for this card. I will say that his dribbling is affected by his body type because it's a little bit stockish in game. And in Footbin, they actually call it a unique body type nowadays. But for me personally, with a card like this, because of his high work rates and 95 stamina, it makes the most sense to buy a card like this if you intend to use him in a CDM position with balance instructions, just cover center or cover wing. Or if you want to use him in the center mid position, you also don't put any instructions on him. Or you can use him in a 4-1-2-2 or a 4-3-3, playing on the stay back while attacking cover center instructions in that center mid position, because even though he's on stay back, guys, he is a high work rated player. So he'll kind of be that, you know, well-rounded attacking and defensive oriented player, pushing up the pitch and coming back as well, right? So for me personally, if you use a card like this, I wouldn't limit him to playing in the CDM role on stay back while attacking passing lanes, center mid position. Balanced work rates or balanced instructions definitely makes the most sense. And then CDM on just cover center, cover wing also makes sense. He'll still perform really well to that cut passing lane, stay back while attacking instruction, obviously. But I feel like you don't really buy a card like this to use in a position like that to limit him in that way, right? So hopefully you guys enjoy this review. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.